Oh. Ugh. Oh. What's that? Ugh. Oh no. Oh no. Look at all the wasted ketchup. Oh my god. Well, looks like we're throwing her in the ocean.
What the fuck?
Don't you
Going on.
dare,
Oh,
bitch!
Put her down.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Sorry. Whoa, whoa, ladies, come on.
There's the dolphin. Oh. Beautiful.
Put this ketchup straight on the pasta.
No, you won't. No, you won't.
Yes,
You
I
would
will.
never.
I will.
You would never.
Pasta I cooked tonight, straight on it.
Did you break it before you put it in the water?
I might.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That's a disgrace.
Said I might.
Don't even joke about that. All right? Don't even joke about it. Don't even go there.
And I might use this axe.
Whoa. Hey, take it easy.
Take it easy. Only you guys.
You
do
ruined
it,
the dock.
right?
This place smells like shit.
It's Fiona
Clean
and
it
her
up.
ketchup.
You have no fucking ketchup packets now. What am I gonna fucking? Where am I gonna get ketchup for my pizza slices? Fucked.
Jesus.
Have fun, you guys.
Hey,
I
thank
love
you.
I can't put it in my pocket, so it's not to be threatening or anything.
Right. No intimidation tactic here.
No.
Okay. All right. No problem. So what is? Well, first off, how is your day going so far?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chillin'.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. Want to go chop some lumber with Sinatra for a bit. See if it affected my sanitation rep, and I don't think it did. I met up with Fifi. Talked a bit. And talking to you.
Yeah. Can we put the axe down?
I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Just put it down.
I can't.
Just toss it in the water.
I can't.
What do you mean?
Sorry, I can't.
What do you mean you can't? Of course you can.
It's just stuck to my hand for a bit. You just have to accept it if I just put my hands behind my back, okay? Does that work?
Yeah. Okay. It's not very helpful, but yeah, all right. So I heard you sold the house, and the story that's going out there right now is that well, at least from what I heard.
I'm gonna stop you, and I want to know who said what.
Does that matter?
It does. Or else I don't. Or else I don't really think me telling my version of events is gonna do anything if you won't be honest about what you've heard. And I want to know, before you went to bed and you had a talk with Vito, what did he say? I want to know the content of that conversation, because after we talked, there's something you said when you said, yeah, well, I don't really know what's been happening in the family, when that's just an outright lie. When me, Carlo, and Fiona went to you and we took all of that to Vito, you knew exactly what was going on in the family, and then you, after a talk with Vito, it seems like it's just his words just coming through your mouth.
Wait, what? What are you talking about? How do I have anything to do with any of this?
I'm just asking you what he told you.
I haven't talked to Vito
You did talk
about
to
this whole
him.
house situation. Okay, all right, listen. You're a bit defensive right now.
I'm not defensive. You're getting defensive.
I'm not. I'm telling you, I did speak to Vito that same day. What was it, 2 days ago? Saturday? And he told me that, yeah, the family was over and whatnot. And, you know, he said a couple of things about, you know, what you guys had discussed. But I'm asking about the house. Two different topics.
Okay?
Family disbanding and the house and whatever else was taken.
Nothing was taken.
And I'm here to, you know, hear you out, of course. I want to see what exactly happened because every story's got two sides. You know what I mean?
Okay. And is the only person saying anything just Vito, or is it other people too?
Again, I haven't talked to Vito about the house. I went to sleep, and I think this all happened after.
Then where did the
You selling
house
the house
topic
and
come
whatnot.
from?
I heard it on Sunday morning. Through somebody else.
Who?
I'm hearing this through like a third party, third mouth. But Gigi told some of the guys, and you know, like I said, I guess it's a bit of a game of a telephone or something like that.
Who did she tell?
I think she told Lang and Harry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gigi wasn't even at any of the meetings that any of this was discussed.
Okay.
So she's also hearing everything third party.
Okay. So what happened?
Well, do you want to hear just about the house, or do you want to hear everything that led up to that moment?
I'd say starting by the house is a pretty important part. The family disbanding, I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. The house, though, and you know, the story that I got is concerning.
But I can't tell that part if I don't tell everything else. That's me starting at the end of the book and then just flipping through to the start. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, Vito's calling. Hey, Vito. How you doing? Yeah. Give me I'm talking to Eve right now. Give me a bit so I can you know, have a chat with her. I just started talking, and then we can meet after. Yeah. Give me like I don't know how long it's gonna be, but you know, just give me a bit. Yeah, I know. I will. Yeah. So.
You will what?
What's that?
You will what?
I'll call him back. So what happened with the house? Let's start from there. Doesn't matter if we start at the end.
It does.
Okay, so let's dive right into it. First off, okay, again, I want to make this very clear. I want to hear you out. I want to know if it's true or not. Maybe you can at least tell me that. I'm not here to pick any sides.
Feels like you do.
What? Do what?
Pick a side.
Why does it always have to be picking sides with you?
It's
Why
not.
can't it be me hearing
It's
you out
not.
and hearing the other party out as well?
Because it's extremely different because it's your brother on the one end and me on the other. And the
Yeah.
things I'm about to tell you is not going to be pretty, and all you want to hear is this about this damn stupid house when it's so minimal when it involves your brother too.
Okay. Doesn't appear to be minimal. So let me tell you what I heard.
Finally.
The story is that I have is that you sold the house, you took everything in it, and you're holding on to it, and you dipped. Essentially stealing all the money from everybody else.
Not sold the house, true. Everything else is false.
Okay. Well, that's a relief. It's Lottie calling me. It's not a minimal issue because if that were true, you're telling me here it's not. People would be extremely upset, of course, and we're not talking about one or two different, you know, guys or gals. We're talking about a whole fucking group of them, right?
And again,
Okay.
I can't tell the story if you don't let me start from the beginning. I feel like you don't want me to.
Okay. I just wanted to hear that kind of part as well. Okay. I mean, start from the beginning then.
I even just don't want to. It's so tedious, holy shit. Okay. So we talked the day previous, me, you, Fiona, and Carlo, and you had all the concerns we had, and we were gonna bring them up to your brother at some point, and that was the next day. And I met up with Marty and Bane, where they told me that Donnie had been confiding in them family issues
Are you being a hoe?
for the past week or two outside of the family after Vito had given instructions to not do so after our roles were announced. Had a meeting with them. They left. Me and Carlo met up for a bit, and I asked him if he wants to be with me while we talked to Vito, and we did. Vito called. Vito said he had to go to a meeting. I then met up with Vito, me and Carlo. We then had out all of these issues we had talked about the previous day and more. We went over every single thing that's been an issue for the past 5 weeks. We had talked about everything, every single thing that we have brought to him in the past that was thought to be solved and what isn't, that have been coming up every single time. Fiona joined us at some point and we kept on talking about it. Joe then woke up and he came along as well. I then touched the topic of Lottie leaving, where Vito plain up said he did not care that Lottie left at all. No loss to the family. I brought up the fact, why would he treat Lottie's situation different to Tessa? Because it shows a bias. As I had brought up to you previously. He then went on to say that he cared and wanted to fix the Tessa situation, which I then called out as a bias towards Juno's feelings. and we had talked about that a bit, and we circled back to that later, because he said that me bringing that up is a non-issue, because I had been asking him why can't he act the same towards people leaving and having issues. And then when I said it's not a non-issue, it's an actual concern, when he is showing bias towards his girlfriend and not acting as he should. He got so defensive over that, he called me a child in a woman's body, saying that I was being emotional bringing this up towards him. We then continued. He then wanted to know every single instance where Juno has been a problem, and glazing over the fact that there's multiple issues happening, he made me stand there and reiterate every single instance where somebody had a grievance with Juno and he was unaware of it. I brought up the fact that I think she doesn't like me, and I said, I hope you would know that because you spent time with her. He said, that's personal issues that he doesn't talk about and he doesn't bring up. Then we then went on to talk about, the Tiny and Fiona situation, where Fiona then brought up that she's tried to sort it out, and he said he thought it was sorted out, and she said she still wanted to sit down, and he said he knew nothing about it. And Fiona had to reiterate that essentially he shut it down, and he said he knew nothing about it, but Fiona had gone to him. We brought up the Matteo and Carlo thing. We brought up Donnie being an issue because he said he didn't feel like he was going to stay. Then he had one conversation with Vito and he was all in, but then he still went behind the family's back and talked about family matters with people he barely knew. And there was more stuff that I'm probably going to forget because it's been a really shitty time. We then decided that these issues are still going to be issues moving forward if people don't get over their bullshit. And we then collectively decided, with Vito just making the final decision, that the family is over. Joe was there, I was there, Vito was there, Fiona was there, Carlo was there. We decided how the house was going to work is that only myself, Carlo, and Vito would have a key, and Carlo would continue operations, and we would bring people in as we see fit, and we would essentially be cutting people out, and people would be let back in eventually if we saw fit. But it was, we're all going to do our own thing, and maybe down the line we could be something. Maybe. We then called up a meeting. Natalia joined us, Tiny joined us, and Tommy DeVito joined us. And in that circle, we said what we said. We said that there was going to be no more. And Vito essentially said, well, I don't know what any of these issues are. I've never heard of them. If you want to know what these issues are, talk to Carlo and Eve. And he threw us under the bus. And he said nothing else. Then Natalia and DeVito demanded to know what every single issue was because they believed that we could work through this, fix this, and communicate, which were the core issues. And Vito still stood there silently as we were being scapegoated for the decision that we made as a group. Joe also said nothing during that time. Me and Carlo called Vito out for doing exactly that, for just throwing under the bus, as we all agreed that this was the decision. We kept on trying to tell them that there was nothing to work for anymore, as we essentially made this decision together. But Tommy DeVito and Natalia kept on acting like the children who couldn't accept the divorce. Tiny then asked us where were we all going, as if we had planned this and that we were all being draft picked to another team. And then they asked to get all of their stuff, which we then did. We went and we gave Tommy all his stuff. Tiny was still doing something else, and and then me and Carlo then said what was gonna happen is Vito was gonna continue making us the bad guys, and he's gonna continue throwing us under the bus. And the house was always gonna be an issue, so at that time, we decided to sell the house, and we only got 40% of its value back. I had told Vito in that meeting, where it was only the 5 of us, that I had planned to pay people like Tessa and Lottie back. And if other people wanted their money back, I would do that too. And Carlo agreed that we would work as hard as we can to pay people back instead of having to sit with multiple people. And Vito said, well, that's on you, Eve.
Okay, hold on. So you made the decision to sell the house.
With the intent of paying people back. Because the house was always going to be an issue between a group of people when this family decision was to be no more.
Why would Vito say that's on you if you guys all made a decision to sell the house, though? No, why would he blame that on you?
Did you not listen to what Vito has literally done to us?
Yeah, I'm listening. Yes, but again, so he just went with you to sell the house, and
He
then he
wasn't
said,
there. He stayed, and more people showed up. Matteo showed up. Juno showed up. Lorenzo showed up. Luca showed up. So many people showed up, and he stayed, and he continued to scapegoat us, and they found out within 10 to 15, 20 minutes that we sold the house.
yeah,
And he decided to use that as ammunition against us. And I guess that's where the narrative came from, that we sold the house, took all the money, and we took everybody's belongings, and we were not going to give it back, when that wasn't the case.
I don't understand. Okay. So everybody arrived, and then you sold the house.
We weren't there.
Was Vito not?
We weren't there.
You weren't there.
We were
So
at the house
Vito
giving.
wasn't.
We were at that. Me and Carlo and Fiona were at the house giving people stuff back. He and Joe stayed at the Venetian, and I guess other people showed up.
And you sold the house while he was at the Venetian?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you run it by him?
Did he run?
You run it by
did
Joe?
Did he run it by us, throwing us under the bus?
Okay. No, it sounds like he kind of put you guys on the spotlight.
No, he didn't put
For
us in the
sure.
spotlight. He tied us down in the road, took a bus, and ran over us. And at that point, he was not my leader anymore.
So you sold the house because of that?
He scapegoated us for a decision we made collectively and put it on just me and Carlo to make it look like we were the worst people under the sun. The house was just going to cripple everybody. Yes, we made that decision. If that's the only thing you're going to focus on, then I don't know what to tell you.
What do you mean? I'm just asking questions. That's all. Relax. Sounds to me like, yes, okay. He threw you under the bus, and it sounds like you sold the house because you didn't give a fuck that he was, like you said, not your leader anymore at the time.
That's not what it is at all. And if that's the story you're going to retell, then I'm just going to stop talking.
So what part of what I just said was not right?
It's just literally, there was no more collective of sharing the house.
It was everybody's house though, right?
Which I was going to pay people back. And Vito basically said, well, that's on you because I'm not going to do that. He basically said, we're not doing that. And I said, well, I want to pay some people back. And he said, that's on you. That was my intent with doing that. Instead of people knocking on people's door with 3 keys and saying, well, I have a claim to this house.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the house had to be sold. I agree with that.
But you're asking me, why did I not run it by the person who just scapegoated me?
I mean, regardless if things, go to shit, the house was collectively bought. Naturally, I would say that, you guys would make a decision on what to do with the house, but it didn't seem to be that way. Okay. So did you pay everybody back?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
So we moved a majority of the stuff that wasn't the rest of the people's stuff, like just trash in the house. Luca wasn't awake at that point, so we couldn't get his stuff back. Carlo then was called by Vito, and I don't know what that conversation was like, but Carlo mentioned that Vito smirkingly told him, you're gonna regret all the opportunities that you're gonna miss out on.
Okay.
Then he called me while I was just about to go to bed, and he asked me, did I enjoy doing that? Do I like being a coward? And then he called me a child again. And then he said, do I want to come to the Venetian and explain what I just did to everybody? Or am I going to keep on being a coward? And then I said, sure, I don't care. I'll come down. And then I went down. And that's when Matteo was there, Luca was there, Tommy DeVito, Natalia, Juno, Tiny Tony, Joe, Lorenzo. Everybody had just woken up and they were there. And then again, Vito just stood there silently, and they were all just dogpiling and blaming. Oh, but before I went there, I put all my belongings away because I was under the impression that I was going to get stabbed and thrown in the ocean. I'd called Fiona and I told her I was going down to the Venetian. She begged me not to go. I ran into Kitty downstairs. I had then told Fiona I was putting my phone away.
Wait. Why would they stab you and throw you in the ocean?
Because I had not known what Vito had told the family at that point. Why wouldn't I think that I'd about to get stabbed?
You think Vito would go to that extent to throw you in the ocean because of
Yes,
what?
I
Because
do.
the family disbanded and
Because he's making them
Okay.
think that I was the reason. Oh, are you still missing that point?
no. I just don't see why he would kill you over it.
I then asked Kitty to call Carlo and tell him that my phone is put away. And I went down to the Venetian, and Fiona and Carlo also showed up. And as I walked down there, like I said, I got dog piled on, yelled at Juno, who was the loudest voice there. Nobody else spoke as loud as Juno did. And in the time of everybody talking, Matteo pulled away Luca, talked to him for 2 minutes, pulled away DeVito, talked to him for 2 minutes, pulled away Tiny, talked to him for 2 minutes. And in this time, I believe my assumptions were correct, but they were 100% planning to stab all 3 of us and throw us in the ocean.
Jesus. For what though? Why would they do that? That doesn't
Because
make sense to
of
me.
what Vito told them.
So they got salty that the family disbanded because of Vito
Telling him that it was
brainwashing them?
our fault. Yes.
Okay.
Because he took no accountability. It was so easy for him to stand there. Joe called us rats.
Damn, what the fuck?
Because I guess at that point, the same story that Gigi had, they were also believing that I stole all the money and took the belongings when Vito knew himself that the belongings were going back to people. I'm sure at that point, nobody knew where the money was going. And everybody told me, okay, where's the money? So here I am being berated by Juno, calling me a dumb fuck bitch. Everybody
Jesus.
else, Lorenzo asking us how long have we planned to do this, by the way.
Jesus.
As if as if the three of us have just been plotting this, sitting in a corner, rubbing our hands together. And Vito standing there saying, nobody in this circle has current issues that you three brought up. And Vito then minimized everybody's issues, and he said, but apparently everybody has issues with Juno. He made the whole group believe that all five of us decided to disband over Juno. That's all he cared about, was the fact that some of the issues, I say some of the issues, had to do with Juno. That's all he reiterated to them, is that the three of us had an issue with Juno. That's all he reiterated to them. Everything else, communication, leadership, the way that we want to go in our goals, everything what we talked about with him, he didn't reiterate to them at all. All he said is, yeah, we have an issue with Juno, and that's why she was the loudest, yelling at me, berating me, calling me names. That is all he ever cared about and will ever care about, is her, and how she is seen, and how people treat her. And he will always defend her. And then she demanded I pay the money back. Mateo threatened me that if I don't pay the money back, it'll end really badly for me. And I said, so remember that I said that there's so many issues that keep on being, solved and everybody think it's kumbaya. Mateo then, Carlos says something that triggers Mateo, and Mateo says, I'm so fucking glad I fucking stabbed you, Carlo, because I would have done it again. I am going to do it again. And then he said, and your little girlfriend, I would do the same too. Right in front of everybody in the group. And
Yeah.
that
Classic Mateo,
literally proved my point that they literally just stood there and said nobody has issues. And Mateo just proved everybody wrong. And he said that. And I pointed that out, and they just brought back the money again. And after Joe called us rats, I asked them, if we're the rats and we're leaving and we're the problems, why don't you continue the family? Why didn't you ask Vito? And nobody said anything again. And I agreed to go to the bank with Vito. Mateo then tried to get Luca and Vito to come with us. And I knew if that had happened, I still would have been stabbed and thrown in the ocean after I transferred that money. And I don't know if you disagree with that, but that is how it was.
Yeah, seems like it. Seems like it was pissed off enough to do some stupid shit.
I then went to the bank, and I'd like to point out that I was literally the main contributor in getting the house. After we only got 40% of the money back, I only transferred Vito 50K. Because at the end of the day, I stood there, I got disrespected, berated, dogpiled, and I just told him that's life. If you have a problem with it, put a knife on me and throw me in the ocean. He then said, why would I do that? And at that point, I was going to pay everybody back individually, but after they did that to me, why would I? I don't owe them anything.
$50,000 to distribute amongst how many people aside from you? Just for you, just you in this case.
Paolo and Fiona.
Okay. $50,000 to be redistributed amongst 10 people at bare minimum.
Not my problem.
That's it's $5,000 a person.
Not my problem.
Holy shit.
I'm sorry, but if you were there and you heard how they talked to me, and if you're only taking away the house and the money out of all of this that I just shared with you, and if that's how you're going to retell the story to Lang, then I have no faith in any of this.
Why do you care what Lang thinks?
Because you're going to retell the story to Lang.
Why do you care what he thinks?
Because you care what he thinks too.
Doesn't answer my question. Whether I care about what he thinks shouldn't concern you, right?
Why wouldn't it?
Because that's between me and him.
So at the end of the day, however this is told to anybody whose business it really isn't, if I'm still villainized for things I didn't do, essentially that hurts my future.
Yeah, you're right. It's a bad look. It definitely is. Oh, I don't want to hyper focus on the $5,000 people are going to get after investing who knows however much, but
I was
I'm
going to give
worried.
them that money. Do you not understand? I was going to give them that money, but they disrespected the fuck out of me. And like I said, if that's all
Okay.
you're going to focus on, then besides the fact that your brother did so much wrong in this scenario,
What do you expect me to do, Eve? You expect me to say, yeah, my brother's a real fucking asshole and all of this is on him? I've yet to hear his side of all this, but
I feel like you already did.
there you go again. Making decisions for me.
I'm not
Putting
making
words in my mouth.
You're getting defensive.
No.
Yes, you are.
The same thing happened when I joined Lang. The exact same thing. You started to assume, and then after that, you took a trip to Italy. I need to hear all sides of this. It sounds like, yes, you were disrespected. Yes, you were thrown under the bus. But the fact of the matter is, you gave them back $50,000. They're not going to be happy with that at all. So what now? I don't care that they got $5,000 each, by the way.
I feel like you do.
I don't give a damn. Listen to me. Before you put words in my mouth, listen to me. I don't care that they got $5,000 each. I care about what they're going to do about it moving forward. That's what I care about. I don't give a damn if DeVito got $5,000 in return. You know, I kind of give a damn about my brother being fucking, you know, lowballed, but that's a different thing. But everybody else, I don't give a fucking damn. What are they going to do after this? How much money did you get back?
How do you care about your brother and the monetary value that he got from this after?
Don't deflect.
I'm not deflecting.
I just asked you a question.
He said he didn't want any money back.
Oh, well, that's on him. Do they know that you only got 40% back at the house?
They do.
Okay. What's 40% of what? $400,000, was it? Give me a second. Hello? Who is this? Hey, Leon. Let me call you back, all right? I'm busy right now. Goodbye.
Why is all you care about the money? I don't understand.
Because it all boils down to the principle, sweetheart.
No, the principle is that your brother had a group of people to lead, and he let them all down.
So you got about $160,000 left, and you gave them $50,000. Is that right, more or less? Did I get that math straight? What happened to the other 110?
I paid Carl and Fiona out.
Okay. Well, I mean, something's off. Like I said, it's more about what they're going to do, how they're going to react, and what this means for you. That's why the money is important, isn't it? It's an important factor.
It's not.
It is if they try killing you. And I'm not talking about one or two people. I'm talking about a whole fucking group of them. You understand that?
I stood there and I told them straight up I was going to pay each and every single one of you back.
But they disrespected you and you paid them $50,000.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Of course they're gonna put a fucking hit on you.
Hey,
I'll call
I saw
you
your
back.
text.
Yeah, I'll call you back.
You all right?
This is crazy. I mean, it's kind of badass that you did that, but it's fucking insane. Oh, man.
I feel like, am I wrong or right that at the end of the day you just don't even care about how I was treated?
I do care.
Then show it.
What do you want me to do then, Eve? You want me to go whack everybody that disrespected you? You want me to go whack Juno because she was loudmouth? What do you want me to do? You've taken this and you've taken it 3 times, 5 times in the past. Worse, you've had Lang on your ass all those years, and now you're hurt because Juno was loud with her words. I mean, who the fuck cares what she says?
I do not care that Juno raised her
You
voice.
do.
I don't.
The fact that you're telling me here right now that why aren't you, standing up for me, means that you care. Otherwise,
No.
you'd be like, I don't give a damn.
I care that at the end of this, you're still more worried about the money. At the end of the day, I can take care of myself. Do you think I
Okay.
wouldn't have stood there and made the decision I did and looked at Vito in the face and said, stab me, throw me in the ocean, but nobody fucking disrespects me the way you guys did, and still expect me to pay all the money back? There's no fucking way. After he made the decision he did, and then threw everything on me, Carlo, and Fiona, there's just no way. At the end of the day, I'm just disappointed that realistically you're gonna have a bias towards your brother. And at the end of the day, I'm disappointed that I was left alone in that family.
Yeah, you are not putting that blame on me. There is no fucking way you are putting that on me. When I left, that door was just as open as it was for me, as it was for you. There is no way you're putting that on me.
Don't take all I said just as that right now. Just
What?
don't.
You just said it though. How else do you want me to take it?
Everything I just said and just take that. I'm sorry.
Oh! Relax with that fucking axe, all right? Take it easy. You literally just said that I left you alone to deal with all that shit. That's what you just said. And then
I'm not putting it on you.
And now, what? Yeah, what? You're telling me right now? You came out of your mouth.
No, but
You were left alone in the
you're the one assuming now.
What? You told me just now you left me alone in a family. So it's my issue now. It's my problem. I'm the issue now.
I'm just sad that I was left alone.
You're disappointed, right? So somehow I'm the one to blame for all of this.
No.
When you could have left the family just as much as I did.
I said so many stuff during that, and that's all you're focusing on.
Wait, sweetheart, you said 2 things just now.
I'm putting it on
one of them.
I'm also putting it on your brother.
Don't deflect. You literally just said that I am the reason why you were left alone and why this is all fucking essentially happening.
No, it's happening because your brother is a devastating leader.
Right. But I left you alone. So it's on me.
It's not what I said.
You did say that.
Didn't.
Words came out of your mouth not 3 minutes ago. Look, I'm sorry this all happened to you, okay? But at the end of the day, it's, I mean, fuck what everybody else thinks. Fuck what Juno thinks. Fuck what anybody else says. It's all behind you now.
But not fuck what Vito thinks and says.
Yeah, fuck what Vito thinks it says as well.
That's not the truth, is it?
You shouldn't be caring what he says. My only concern right now is that you're public enemy number one. Because of the money. I don't care how much everybody got. They do.
That's just as much on Vito as it is on anybody else. It's on Vito, on Carlo, on Joe, on Fiona, on me. And if everybody else believes it, then Vito got exactly what he wanted, being able to leave and not take any blame for it.
I don't understand. Okay.
Then ask questions until you understand.
There's no way this is only your fault. I get that. It's everybody's
It's
fault.
not.
It's a leadership fault. It's the house crumbled from the base. Simple as that. But the base was also part of was formed with everybody else. All the fucking snaking, all the drama, all the fucking blood that was spilled, everybody gossiping, all the fucking unnecessary stress. That family right now should be miles ahead of everybody. But as it currently stands, well, it's gone now. But before that, it was in the fucking gutter. So yes, it was Vito's fault, just like it was everybody else's fault. Everybody's to blame. That's my take on it. And it's gone and it's burnt down. And who gives a fuck? It's over. Now you just gotta worry about the fallout of you selling the goddamn house. You guys selling the house.
Could not give two fucks.
You don't give two fucks that there's 10, 15 people out there potentially looking out to kill you?
Why would they care if your kick-ups every week, do you expect them back?
Not if I get what I'm investing into.
They were never going to get keys to the house, and they knew that.
Right.
They got all their belongings back.
They got $50,000 out of $100-something thousand.
At least they got something.
What was the distribution? What was the distribution of the money? How much did Carlo get? How much did Fifi get? How much did you get? How much did they get? Because you didn't split the $50,000 you included, right?
What does it matter?
The math ain't mathin'.
It was 170 something that we got back.
Yeah.
So about 170,000 that I got back, gave Vito 50,000. Then I gave Carlo and Fiona 40k each, and then that was what was left. I didn't even get my investment back.
So you held on to $40,000
Yes.
and you invested initially 50K or something, 100,000, 50,000.
100,000.
Yeah. So Carlo got his full investment. Beefy as well. You got part of it. Everybody else got $5,000. That's gonna piss people off. Do they know that? Of course they know that. What am I saying? They knew it was 40%, and they only got $5,000 in their wallet each. Of course they know. You guys took more than you should have. Because if it was 170 something thousand dollars divided by 10, 15 people, it would have been different. It would have been equal at that point. You wouldn't have had to pay anybody else at all. Lickety split. It was all evenly split. You didn't owe anybody nothing. You washed your hands clean of it.
And at what point do you think that I owed them any of that money after
The
the
disrespect.
way they disrespected me into making it that I was a snake, that I was a rat, that I was the one disrespecting him, that I was the reason the family was being disbanded, that I was the only reason that this was all happening, and Vito just stood there silently while this was happening.
Sweetheart. Fuck Vito.
This is all you're focusing on, though. You're focusing on that I should have been fair.
Listen to me. Listen to me. All right? You took people's fucking money. Okay?
That
The
I was
world
gonna
moves.
pay back fairly
Listen.
until they did that to
Listen.
me.
No. You should have paid it all back.
No.
Failing
Vito
to all
can
of
pay
them.
that back. Vito can go and do as many group 6 runs as he wants, and he can go pay that back. Because
You
this
should have
was
paid the money evenly
was
to
a group
everybody.
decision. This was a group decision made by the leaders of the family. Then that leader threw me under the bus, invited me to a lion's den, after still continually throwing me under the bus.
You're focusing on what the fuck Vito did. Fuck
Yes.
whatever he did.
Yes, because that led up to this whole situation.
It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. You took their money. You took $40,000 for yourself, 40 for Carlo, 40 for Fifi, and the rest are eating shit with $5,000. They're gonna be pissed at that. They're gonna come and fucking cut your head off. Do you not understand that? I don't care if they put you under the fucking bus. I don't care if they put you in a spotlight. I don't care if they're fucking, cursing your name out behind your back. You took their money. They're gonna fucking kill you. What don't you understand of that? If you would have given them their money equally, even after disrespecting them, you could have laughed in their face, said, hey, here's the fucking house that we sold. Fuck your money. I'm taking whatever I got. My even split. I'm getting out of here. I don't know you guys shit, but now you owe them money.
I don't owe them anything. I don't know why you don't understand that.
You don't understand that 40 is a larger number than 5. You took more than you should have. And they're gonna kill you for it. Please, tell me you understand that.
They would have killed me on the beach if they wanted to.
Maybe.
My 100K is larger than the 20K that they invested. Do you understand that too? Not everybody invested the same amount of money. Do you understand that?
Sure. Then at that rate, under that fucking whatever you call it, you should have, I guess, prorated it in the same way that maybe somebody invested 20,000, 10,000, 5,000. Maybe it would have been better then. Maybe not. I don't know. Hello? Call me again, motherfucker. I'll go and break your goddamn legs. I'm not answering for a fucking reason, asshole. Jesus Christ. Eve, they're gonna kill you. They are gonna come for you, and they're not gonna stop. Maybe the family wasn't fully fledged, but I know all of those people.
Again, why is that on me?
40 to 5. 40 to 5. Unless someone else convinced you to make that decision. To take $120,000.
No, the disrespect at that.
The disrespect got you to pay them $5,000 each. With a little side
Oh, fuck you. Yeah.
of a bullet.
Don't care.
What do you mean you don't care? What do you mean you don't care? It's your life that's at stake right now. That's priceless. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll take the bullet. I don't care. Like, who the fuck thinks like that? If that were the case, I'm gonna go shoot up the whole PD right now. Let me just go in there, fucking hot, guns blazing. Oh, knife blazing, I guess. Yeah, I don't care if they shoot me. Who the fuck cares? Just a bullet. Little flesh wound. I'll tweeze it out. No problem. Let me just go in there and try to rob whatever evidence room they got. I mean, come on, please.
If they couldn't
Think fucking logically.
If they couldn't stab me then and there, I really don't care.
Jesus Christ.
You don't think you understand how much patience I had standing there? I just...
Yeah, I
I
can
don't
imagine
think,
it was a lot.
I don't think
It
you
was a lot.
understand because all you're
It was
focusing
a
on
lot.
is the money.
Again, Jesus Christ. You're focusing on the money. I'm focusing on the fact that they're gonna kill you. That's what I'm focusing on. Because of the money.
And that would then be because of Vito.
No, sweetheart. No. That would be because you took more than you should have.
Because of Vito's inaction.
You took more than you should have. That wasn't on Vito. You took more than you should have after you sold that house. That's the problem.
No.
Vito going against you and throwing you under the bus, that's a different issue entirely. That's
And it
not going to cost your life.
It wouldn't have happened if Vito stood up and he wasn't cowering.
Who the
Besides...
fuck cares? That's not going to cost you your life. This is. Who the fuck cares what all 15, 20 of them say? You rebuild your reputation.
You are caring right now because you care that they are potentially wanting the money back. You are assuming that they want the money back. Juno Vito said, I don't want the money back.
Listen, oh my God. If I would have invested $10,000 or $20,000 into a $400,000 house, I would want my money back. Or at least a large portion of it. And if that's not possible, then I at least expect everybody to get an equal share out of all of it. Because at the end of the day, the family disbanded. Everybody loses. I love you to death, sweetheart. I can't see you get fucking hurt. This is what concerns me. That you're not even seeing that. And I'm not going against you. I'm trying to knock sense into you that you're gonna get hurt.
Then pick me up at the hospital.
That is ridiculous. I'll pick your body bag up. Yeah. But then I go back to my point. Let me go rob the PD right now. Let me go walk into the fucking HQ and and carelessly go in there with a knife, yeah, they're gonna shoot me, pick me up at the hospital after. No, you can't say that.
You've said it to me before.
I've told you, I'll be fine. It's different.
How is it any different?
Oh, are we really deflecting it? Oh my god.
I'm not
Oh
deflecting,
my
I'm
god.
asking how is it
Oh
any
my God.
different?
Okay, you know what? Then you should have taken all the money. You should have taken all $170,000 and not given any of it to them
No,
because
I was gonna
okay,
pay people back.
because you get stabbed and you get dropped in the ocean, and who cares? You just get picked up at the hospital the next day. It doesn't really matter, right? $170,000. That would have been a great lick, big lick.
I think you're missing my intent as well. That I was gonna pay everybody back, your brother wasn't. Until I got disrespected. And then I didn't owe them anything.
You didn't have to pay them back initially. You could have just given everybody an equal cut, and then nobody owes anybody anything. Not Vito, not you, not Fifi, not Carlo, not anybody. Oh my god, this is the fourth fucking time Lottie calls me, and I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Lottie? I am talking to her right now, okay? Yes. Goodbye. Fuck's sake. Stepped on all over this goddamn ketchup, too. These shoes are new. Fuck! Oh. Now we think. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. So what now? I mean, what are you gonna do now?
Move on with my life.
Move on with my life. With 15 motherfuckers looking to kill me. Do we know that they're gonna kill you? Like, I gotta talk to Vito. Here I am. A month after. How long has it been? A month after I leave the family. And now I gotta go put out more fucking fires before I get my hands involved.
You're assuming there's a fire.
Assuming, sweetheart, that there is... If there is no fire, then they are the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever known. $5,000. I mean, people kill for less.
I'm not asking you to do this. I can take care of myself. And you probably asking Vito if people want to kill me is probably gonna be worse because he's probably the one who made it worse and who initially caused this. So that's just the wrong thing to do.
I need to know if my brother is gonna kill my wife.
I asked him point blank to put a knife in me and dump in the ocean, and all he said was, "Why would I do that?" I don't think he's bothered.
Yeah, but when you let something sit, people have more ideas. They think about it overnight. It's different.
I'm okay. Still busy.
Okay. I'm with Yeager. Is it okay if I just tell him?
Yeah, I'll meet up with you after, okay?
Okay. Bye.
Bye. But if you do that, and he's already forgotten and moved on with his life, you'll probably give
Nobody's
him...
gonna forget about this.
You'll probably
Nobody's gonna
give
forget about
him
this.
the idea...
Not 6 months from now. Let alone 2
You're
days.
just making him... You're just making this something that it's not. And you're assuming that everybody should have gotten 5K equally, when that was also not the case. Nobody put in the same equal amount of money every week either.
Okay.
It's just not the biggest thing at play here at all.
Your life is not the biggest thing at play here? Are you kidding me?
Because to me, it's a non-issue.
You sound like Vito.
How? How do I sound like Vito?
Because he said the same thing to you. It's a non-issue. And I know that's a Vito saying. Vito says that all the time.
Yeah, because maybe I listen to his bullshit way too much.
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Okay.
Please do not take from this conversation the house and the money, when to me, not you, this is not what this conversation was about. Please.
I don't care about the house. I don't care about the money. I've already told you. I care about them coming to hunt your ass. But if it's a non-issue, all right. It's all done. That's it. I won't worry about it. It's all good. Then who the fuck cares about anything else that happened? It'll blow over in a couple of days. I need to go talk to Vito.
Okay.
You want me to drop you off somewhere, or are you gonna stay here?
I'll just stay.
Just out of curiosity, what do you think my take was on all of this?
Don't want to assume.
Then run with the facts.
Still assuming.
You don't understand that I'm trying to care for you here. But somehow I already know that you think, here I go assuming, but I got a feeling at least, that you think that I'm against you somehow. I just don't want to see you get hurt. Fuck the family.
The family did this. Your brother did this.
Right. Yeah. It's
And
everybody's fault.
no,
It's everybody's fault equally.
no. Your brother
It's
failed
not.
to lead. Your brother failed to be the leader he was supposed to be. And instead
So
of...
this is 100% on Vito? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
I'm not saying it's 100% on Vito.
Okay.
At the time where we were supposed to stand united, he stood back. And failed. And because of those actions, I'm now to be villainized.
Because of those actions, you have $40,000 in your bank account. Carlos got 40 as well. Fifi's got 40 as well. And the rest have $5,000 in their bank accounts.
Okay, there you go again, just focusing
And
on the
because of that, they're going to kill you. Vito didn't distribute that money for you. You did that.
I think we're done here.
Yeah. Call me if it stops becoming a non-issue.